was denied for food, I was denied for stay. They kind of thrashed me out, kicked me out of the event. भाई साहब हमें माफ़ कर दो, ये हमारे समाज का प्रोग्राम है, हम आपको खाना प्रोवाइड नहीं कर सकते. I asked him, पप्पा सब ठीक ठाक चल रहा हो, कुछ दिक्कत तो नहीं है? कहते भैया हमने इतना उगाओ तो अब जितना हमने बो तो उतो भी हम नहीं निकाल पाए, तो हमें मोड़ी मोड़ा का खाएं. अब हमारे पास तो एक ही ऑप्शन है कि हम तो मर ही जात, हम मर जाएं सो सरकार हमारे लिए कुछ मुआवजा दे, उस मुआवजा से हम अपना लोन पे कर दें, तो हमारे मोड़ी मोड़ा बचे कुछ पैसे से ज़िंदगी काट लें. उनके लिए उनकी ज़िंदगी से ज़्यादा अहमियत उस पैसे की है, जिससे कि वो उस पैसे को पा करके अपना लोन पे कर सकें.
It is the irony that the people who are growing food for us, they're not getting this much food that they can eat at least 2 times.
Yeah, I felt this is my responsibility to do something so that I can help them. Not even one farmer is this. There are hundreds of farmers who think like this, but they can't even speak. He is the one who is 100% frustrated and ready to give his life.
Do they know about Save Soil movement?
Now they know that चाची का जो बेटा है वो मोहित चला गया है साइकिल लेके बाहर, मतलब निकल गया है घर से मिट्टी को बचाने के लिए.
Namaskaram everyone, this is Neha and welcome to another interesting episode of Simplified Talks with Neha. As we all know, Sadhguru took a 30,000 kilometers bike ride across the world to create awareness for safe soil, which inspired many to take up bike rides for soil, sail for soil, walk for soil and cycling for soil. Our guest today is someone who got so inspired by Sadhguru that he himself took up a 30,000 kilometers ride challenge across India on a bicycle. Dear viewers and listeners, please welcome Mohit Anna.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram Akka.
Namaskaram Anna. How are you?
I'm great Akka. How are you?
I'm good. We'll start from knowing about your background first. Please tell us something about your childhood, your family and everything.
Namaskaram. My name is Mohit Niranjan. I'm basically from Uttar Pradesh, the region called Bundelkhand. There is a small village, Masora Khurd. So I live in a city, but I used to go to farm every day whenever I get time. So I have done my class 12th from Lalitpur city, and from there after my class 12th I shifted to Kolkata with my uncle. So he's there, he's doing government job in Kolkata. So he took me there and I did my graduation in BA English Honours there. So my mother and father, they both are like social worker, I can say, because my mother is a ASHA worker and my father is a farmer. So they both do social work. Like whenever like ASHA worker is like they have responsibility of a village. So whenever someone calls to help them, they need help. So my mother, even if they call in like in the morning 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. they never thought that it's 1 a.m. why are you calling? So they just go. So and my father farming, so all throughout the day they are out of home. Right now I have taken this huge initiative of 30,000 kilometers or cycle ride on bicycle all over India, covering 30,000 kilometers, prominent cities, all states. So I have started this journey on 16th November after celebrating Diwali, obviously, because I knew that if I'm out of my home, I won't be able to meet anyone, maybe 2.5 years. So I thought to celebrate Diwali and then I'll start my journey.
This was in the year?
This was in 2020, last year. So it's been 7 months and 18 days, I guess. So I have planned this journey with my elder brother and the eldest one. So when I started this journey, no one knew about this journey, not even Isha volunteers, even my family. So my cousins knew, my elder brother and the eldest one. So there is a very good story about it. So I planned everything and then I went to my eldest brother. I asked him, Bhaiya, I have planned this and I really wanted to do this. So he asked me one question, Mohit, are you 100% sure? Because this is not like you are going in 1 month, you will come back, or in 2 months, 3 months. It will take 2.5 years. So are you 100% sure? Your life is at risk, everything, like you can't even imagine, those things will happen with you. So I said, Bhaiya, I have thought worst situation after giving thought to those situations, I have decided this, and I am 1000% sure. So he said, okay Mohit, if you are 1000% sure that Babu, I am with you, do whatever you want if you think, but just be safe. So on 16th November, I started my journey early morning. So from there I went to Saga, that my first stop. I stayed there for 3 months. Like this, I covered the whole Madhya Pradesh. And from there, I went to Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Then I went to Kerala. So from there, again Tamil Nadu, then Andhra Pradesh. Now I'm in Telangana, Hyderabad.
I want to know, how did you come to know about Sadhguru and this mission of Sadhguru of saving soil, and why did you think that you should also do this?
It's 2017. I was in class 11th. So in class 9th, I started running and used to do meditation, used to chant Gayatri mantra. My mother, we are like from village, like, so they used to tell us to go to temples every day in the morning. So we used to chant Gayatri mantra. And in class 11th, after doing this for so long, in class 11th, I experienced something. Like, it was very different for me. So I wanted to improve it more. I wanted to experience more. So I searched it on YouTube. So Sadhguru pops up. So I saw his one video, then another video, then another video, then another video. Continuously, I lost the sense of time, and I watched his like 10-20 videos in one day, sitting there. Then I got to know about inner engineering. But when I clicked on it, it was like we have to pay money to do it. So I didn't have money. So what I did, I downloaded the Sadhguru app. From there we have yoga for success, yoga for well-being, yoga for peace, yoga for joy.
The Chitta Shakti meditation.
Yeah. So I started doing those things, and Isha Kriya. Then after my class 12th, I went back to Kolkata. In 2020 March, lockdown started. So in lockdown, we were helping people, whoever need money. We were trying to contact people and arranging the funds and all. So, and then I was also following Sadhguru's video, because at that time we needed some guidance. So a professor was there, Ariji sir. So Sadhguru was guiding us through videos and all. क्योंकि whenever you need guidance, कहीं ना कहीं से सदगुरु का एक वीडियो आ ही जाता है आपके फ़ोन में, just related to the same topic. Yeah. So he was giving inner engineering to COVID warriors. So I guess that was like 700 rupees. So we registered for that, and I did inner engineering July 27. Then next year I initiated into Shambhavi when I went back home. So in 2021, 1 year for lockdown. Then in 2021 September, I went back home. I told Chachu that, Chachu, nothing is happening. Library is closed, everything is closed, so it's better to go home.
You went to Kolkata at your Chachu's place to study something.
Yeah.
And it was English literature.
Yeah, literature and English.
Okay.
It was lockdown time. Library is closed, National Library is closed, everything is closed. So when first lockdown has finished, so I booked the ticket and I went back home. There I used to help people and all with my mother. Also used to do my studies of my graduation projects and all. So next year in February, it was that's the time was really terrible for my family. It was like we all shattered. What happened in February, 16 or 19 Feb, my father, he got half paralyzed, because that at that time COVID was increasing day by day. So there was one patient, but doctor was not admitting that patient, and that patient was really poor, like his financial condition was not good of the family. So my father tried to contact the doctors and all, but doctor, like in the whole city, everyone respect my father, because he's that kind of person. Doctors were avoiding my father so that they don't have to talk to Prabhu Dayal. My father's name is Prabhu Dayal, so they call them Prabhu Bhai Sahab. So they don't have to interact to them, because they can't even say no to him. He's doing such a great work, so they can't say no. So what happened, today he ran to politicians, to him and to that person. In those 2 days he forgot about food, about medicines. He's a blood pressure patient, so he forgot about medicines and all. So next day on 19th or 16th November, I don't know the exact day, on that day he had a headache. Then and there was one party of doctors get together. So they invited my father and mother. So they both went to the party, that get together. So when in the night at 12:30 in the night when they were coming, so my father, he got headache. It was too high, like migraine or something. So he said, okay, let's go to the hospital. So he went to the hospital. His blood pressure was 200 plus. That's the extreme. And I don't know how he was able to come to home by riding bike, because in that situation no one can ride, because he was like zoo, can't even see properly. Somehow he came home around 2:30 in the morning. Then he didn't disturb us. He slept. He tied cloth on his head so that he gets some relief. In the morning 6:30 he woke up and he asked me, Mohit, I'm not able to wake up. I said, Papa, what happened? He said, like, my right side is I don't know, I can't feel it. Then I got to know he got half paralysis. Suddenly I got to know. So then I said, Papa, okay, you rest, I'll go to the village, because we have animals, buffaloes. So someone has to take care of them, give them water, milking them. So I went to village, I took care of them, did milking and all, give them food. And at 8:30 Papa called me. My mamaji came, he is a doctor. So he took him to the hospital. Then their doctor said, we can't treat him here, take him to Gwalior, your city. So 9 or 8:30 a.m. he called me. He said, Mohit, we have to go to Gwalior. Come fast. And at 9 I reached there. I saw his condition was so terrible. He was doing vomiting and nothing was there. His stomach is already empty, but still he is doing vomiting. I was not shocked. I knew that it's serious. We have to take him as soon as possible. My mother was trying to take the ambulance, and somehow we got a car and then we went to Gwalior. 3 p.m. we reached there. They admit him in ICU. He was 6 days in the ICU. Then after 3 days I came back home, because all the responsibility was on me now. No one is at home. Everyone is outside. My brother was also in Kolkata. So all responsibility was on me. Village responsibility, animals responsibility, farming responsibility. Because in Bundelkhand, maybe you must know that if someone is doing farming, we have to go and see them, is they are working properly or not.
Yeah, definitely. So, not everybody is Isha volunteer after all.
I went back, took care of animals. I used to go to field and all. Then when he came back, my father, I took care of him, used to take him to stadium every day, morning and evening. Took care of diet, field and all. So also there is one interesting thing. We also fought election, because in this 1 month I got to know that farming condition is very terrible. We were expecting a lot of farmers are working in field. Like in that heat they are working, but nothing is like profitable, like worth it working there. Why? Because the way they are working, the way they do hard work, they are not getting that
back.
That production what they expect. So I talked to few farmers that why don't you do organic? This is the time of 2021. So I talked to them, why don't we do organic farming? I discussed with my cousin brothers. So they said, Mohit, if you go for organic farming, it's like you are kicking your own belly, because in initial 3-4 years you will not get any yield.
What is the reason?
The reason is organic farming take a lot of time, because till now you have used the fertilizers, and now if you suddenly shift to organic and you will not give fertilizer, then it will totally affect your field, production, yield, everything. Because there are so many insects, they come on a field and they messed up the whole season will go. So I said, okay bhaiya, is there any alternative? I asked. So they said there is no alternative, because they don't know. So I said, okay, now I have the time. This is the time for election. So I'll go back to my village, I'll talk to people. So I started talking to my village people. So one thing they told me that, Mohit, आप इस चीज़ में क्यों पड़े हो, क्यों करना है आपको ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग? अच्छे खासे आपके मम्मी पापा चाचा लोग नौकरी करते हैं, आप कोलकाता में पढ़ रहे हो, वापस जाओ, अपनी ग्रेजुएशन करो, और ख़त्म करने के बाद यूपीएससी की तैयारी करके आईएएस वाईएएस बनो. बुंदेलखंडी में तो ऐसी बात करते हैं, अरे भाई आईएएस वाईएएस बनो, क्यों तुम इधर चक्कर में पड़े उधर. तो आई सेड, चाचा ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है, हम तो बस इतना है कि हम आपकी कुछ मदद कर सकें, अगर हम पढ़ाई लिखाई कर रहे हैं और अगर हमारी जनरेशन सबरी बाहर चली गई, सारी बाहर चली गई, if everyone, all of my generation has gone to the cities and no one is there to do farming, after your generation will finish, after grandfather's generation has finished, now you are doing farming, after you we have to do farming. If your generation will finish and my generation is in the city, then who will do farming?
Correct.
They were in a dire distress. They were confused. I asked them, we have to come here and do farming somehow, anytime, we don't know when. So this is the best time to come together and do something, search a solution. I have talked to maybe more than 70-80 people. Those people are very mature one in my village, you know. There are few peoples, they always come for any decision making and all. So I talked to them. They told me those things that I never expected from them, that they will say this to me. But I said, okay, I have an option. I'll go back to my city and then I'll prepare for UPSC. I'll be an IS because I'm very stubborn. I wanted to do something, wanted to help the farmers. So I thought, okay, if you're not helping me, I'll help myself and help the farmers. So April was an election time, so we fought an election and somehow second wave came and everything was like at low, very low. No one was out of home, everyone was like in their, it's like prison for all of them.
Correct.
क्योंकि अगर आप second wave में बाहर आए, there were like so many people died in my village. I don't know what's the reason, but we helped them, try to convince them, but nothing will happen. So we got 50 votes in 2500. That was not the option for me to help the farmers. Then May, June, July, August, September, I did farming. I got to know a lot about the field. I remember one incident, I'll share it with you. So when I was like very young, when I used to go to my farm and we used to walk barefoot on the field, तो पैर धस जाते थे. It was so soft, the soil was so soft that we used to run barefoot on the soil. Now if you wear boots and walk on the soil, at that time it will hurt you. Then you can imagine what will happen after you walk barefoot.
The soil has become so hard.
So hard in Bundelkhand, not in Bundelkhand, in all over the area, everywhere in India. And maybe I don't know about the world, but India I know. So then in September I went back home. I searched few things. I started researching about soil, kind of farming and all, modern farming, horticulture, permaculture. Everything was there, but no resources was there for me to help the farmers. So I said, okay, leave it, catch the UPSC, study hard. So I started studying. December gone, January came, Feb, in March. Something was happening, we all know. So I desperately wanted to help the farmers. Then Sadhguru initiated Save Soil Movement, Mahashivratri. I followed Sadhguru's ride from day 1 to day 100. I took part in all Twitter fest, in everything we used to take part. Then Akka sent me link of documentary and other things. When we used to read those pictures that 2040 till 2014 we will be producing 40% less food that we are producing right now, and civilization will fall, famine will come, these things, so many things. When I read that, blowed my mind. Like, what are these? The thing that I was facing in lockdown, that I have faced, is really true. It's not with me, it's in the whole world. That I'm not only facing, everyone is facing those situations. Whenever we need rain, it doesn't rain. Whenever we don't need rain, it rains. The sun is so strong that people are getting sunstroke. Farmers are not able to work on the field. Winter is so cold that no one is like able to give water to the field and work in the field. So this climate change is also happening. Why? Because soil is literally turning into desert. So I saw Natalia Akka then. And I said, okay, Akka is doing. So why not, as a farmer, I contribute? And this decision, stubbornly I took. But somehow there was one thing that why, I mean, it's a 30,000 kilometers Sadhguru did. So I saw Sadhguru's video. in that video, Radhe Akka told about, said about his Sadhguru struggle when he was coming in INS to India. So when I saw my Sadhguru, so he was coughing, and instead of cough, sand was coming out.
Yeah.
Still, he was addressing pilots. Those who crew and
Crew.
other people in the ship. Literally, it's true that I really felt something that, yeah, all of them are saying Sadhguru died at the age of 65, but after that I was able to connect with Sadhguru, that what pain he is going through. Then I decided, if my guru can do this at the age of 65, why can't I do something as a farmer to contribute this safe soil movement? It's our movement. Then I decided 20,000 first. Then I asked my brother, Bhaiya, I'm planning this. So he asked me, from where to where you go? I said, from Kolkata to Coimbatore. He said, Chachu will not allow us, and if you start from here, there will be some issues, family issues. So I said, okay, we'll go back home. So I finished my graduation, I planned everything. And then I went back home. I discussed this with my eldest brother. He asked me a few questions. He said, okay, Babu, I'm with you. 60% was my decision and 40% was my brother's decision, both brothers. So they have supported me morally, financially. And so after celebrating Diwali, on Diwali I met everyone in my family, every brother, because that's the only year, 2022, when everyone came together after lockdown. So all of them were there, so I met everyone. And I didn't tell anyone that I'm going to do this, only two, 3 people know. After celebrating Diwali on 16th November, I started this journey.
Why did you take up 30,000 kilometers only?
Somehow in my life, Sadhguru is very important, because what I used to do since my childhood, no one gave me that encouragement that you are doing good work. So when I saw Sadhguru, at that time I felt something. I connect with him. So I thought, if my guru ride 30,000 from London till here, he rode in the world. I said, at least I can do in India 30,000. You don't need any visa, anything. So that's why I decided 30,000 as Sadhguru did, but in India, not in the world. So covering all 28 states, permanent cities.
Do you think after you got initiated into Shambhavi, your connection with Sadhguru changed in some way?
Yeah. So before Shambhavi, I just used to watch Sadhguru, but not as a guru, literally, but not as a guru. But after I got initiated into Shambhavi, I had a different kind of connection with Sadhguru. That was the real connection, as I felt it. So I could feel after initiation that Sadhguru is with me. So when I started my ride, there are so many incidents that I could feel that he is there with me. He held my hand, he turned my bicycle to save me.
Oh God.
Literally. And before that, this is initial days of my ride, when I didn't went to ashram. So at that time I also didn't met Sadhguru. So before that it was happened, and I could feel that, because I totally surrendered to Sadhguru, my ride. That's why I could feel him, that he's there with me. As Sadhguru says, na, just surrender and everything will be taken care of.
How was your first day of your journey?
That was really interesting, my first day. So the whole day I cycled 130 kilometers, and that day, so the first thing is, I don't know where to stay, where to eat food, to whom I have to contact. I don't know anything. So there was one akka with me since day one. She's from Kolkata, because I studied in Kolkata, and I was there in Kolkata when Safe Soil movement came. So I knew one akka, Sneha akka. She was my Shambhavi support, back support. So I called her, I told her everything. She was there with me like a mother. So she used to ask me daily, Mohit, you had food and everything. So I went to Sagar. She contacted some people, some volunteers. They tried to contact in Madhya Pradesh, but we didn't get any contact of volunteers. But there was one Anna, Hatha Yoga teacher, Ram Anna. Somehow I got his contact number and I contacted him. He was in Bhopal, so no chance of stay in volunteers home. So what I did, I got to know that there is Rain Basera in every bus stand in Madhya Pradesh.
What is Rain Basera?
Rain Basera is a stay area, like a dormitory. government dormitory where they provide you stay for a night because so many people came from village to take a bus to cities. So they provide and stay. So I went there. I talked to the person volunteer who was there. I asked him, अन्ना मुझे स्टे चाहिए रात के लिए. और मैं उनको बताया कि मैं सेफ सॉइल अवेयरनेस के लिए साइकिलिंग कर रहा हूँ मिट्टी बचाने के लिए. तो कहते हैं भैया अच्छी बात है लेकिन रात के लिए आ जाए तो 2 शिफ्ट हुई हैं. सो 6 बजे हम चले जाएं, 11 बजे दूसरी शिफ्ट होगी, 6 बजे दूसरी शिफ्ट होगी, तो आपको उनसे पूछना पड़ेगा. तो आई आस्क्ड हिम, अन्ना आफ्टर if I sleep then there is no chance of waking up because I'm 100% tired. This is my first day and I have cycled 130 kilometers. It's too much that I have never did in my life. So he said, oh, but you have to ask permission because I told him, Anna, I want to keep my bicycle safe inside this rain basira. 6:10 something, my brother called me. He said, किधर हो? I said, भैया यार मैं तो यहाँ बैठा हूँ और रहने की जगह ही नहीं मिली यार, तो मना कर दिया मुझे. अब मैं क्या करूँ? कहते हैं वहाँ क्यों बैठा है, गुरुद्वारे जा. तो आई सेड ओके, गुरुद्वारे जाता हूँ. तो आई वेंट टू गुरुद्वारा एंड आई डोंट नो इट्स अ मैजिक और व्हाट, लाइक आई वेंट टू गुरुद्वारा. आई रीच देयर एट 6:45. I kept my bicycle outside. I went inside. I talked to the people, those who are the in charge of Gurdwara. They said, Anna is not here, so you wait please for 5 minutes. He will come and you talk to him. I said okay. I went there. तो वहाँ पे एक दादाजी बैठे होते हैं जहाँ पे शूज़ वगैरह रखते हैं हम गुरुद्वारे में. So he told me talk to him. ही इशारे किए उन्होंने, इनसे बात करो. अच्छा ठीक है, बात करते हैं. तो उनको मैंने अपने बारे में बताया that Anna, I'm cycling all India, this and that, for safe soil awareness. So he said, अच्छा हाँ जी. तो I said, Anna, I need stay for 2-3 days because I want to do programs here. So in 5-6 minutes he made me like a family member. Like his son called him, he introduced me to his son. He was somewhere in the reserve forest, tiger reserve forest. So then we talked and he said, okay, you wait here. Then he came after 15 minutes and he talked to that person. He told me, okay, आप यहाँ रुक सकते हो जितना दिन आपको रुकना है, कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है. And if you need any help, you just call me. You just tell him, they'll inform me. I said okay. And he was the very influential people in the whole Sagar city. And his name is Pannu Baswale. तो का second day was very interesting. मैं सागर में था और सुबह हुई, उठा 4 बजे उठा, स्लीपिंग बैग में सो रहा था क्योंकि उन्होंने मुझे एक हॉल दिया था. तो थैंक गॉड मुझे स्टे मिल गया था, हॉल दिया था उन्होंने सोने के लिए. तो खुला हुआ था, तो ठंड बहुत थी बिकॉज नवंबर टाइम बहुत ठंड होती है यूपीएमपी में. इट्स टू कोल्ड इन नवंबर.
Agree.
And inside I'm sweating, outside it's cold. So as I open the chain, as I put it like this, oh thanda, I just like cover it again. And then morning around 7 I woke up again. I went fresh up and did my Shambhavi. And I started planning ki what I have to do now in Sagar. This is my second day. I have to do something. So I got one idea. Someone told me that there is SP officer. So I went to his home in the morning. I thought maybe in the morning I could get a chance to meet him. I talked to the guard and I told him, अन्ना मैं ललितपुर से आया हूँ और मैं साइकिलिंग कर रहा हूँ पूरे भारत में. आज मेरा दूसरा दिन है और मैं एसपी साहब से मिलना चाहता हूँ. तो he said, सर इज़ नॉट हेयर, एसपी साहब इधर नहीं है, वो वॉक पे गए हैं, आप वहीं चले जाओ, उनसे मिल लेना. तो हमने उनसे पूछा व्हेन ही विल कम बैक. ही सेड कि अब पता नहीं वो कब आएंगे, कब वहीं के वहीं वो ऑफिस निकल जाएं. तो हमने कहा कि लाइक इट नेवर हैपन्स दैट एसपी लाइक ही इज़ एन ऑफिशियल पर्सन, ब्यूरोक्रेट, एंड ही डायरेक्टली go to office in the morning suit and all. So then I said okay, if you don't want me to come here, I'll go to the office. So for office it will open at 11 and at that time it was 9 a.m. so I had 2 hours. So there was the one busy choraha in Sagar. So I went in that choraha and I was standing, it's like choraha this is SP home and this straight is SP office here. So I stand here. I thought if he'll come from here, I'll got to know, then I'll follow him. So I stand here. If there is green light, people come here, I used to show them safe soil. From there, if they come, I used to show them safe soil. Safe soil, safe soil, safe soil. But I'm here and no one was looking at me. Like few people are looking at me who is coming this way. So I thought, oh, it's not working out. Then I gather the courage because you have to do something, right? So I went in the middle. No one was there, no police officer, no one. So I went in the middle. I showed this green light, this green light, this green light, and this green light. For 2 hours, I was there till 11:30. I saw SP sir is coming. I saw his car. So I went back. He also saw the car. He also saw the play card. His driver saw his play card. Then again, I went to SP office. He was not there. He went to somewhere else for field. So I started talking to the officers there. Then those officers introduces me to one cyclist in Sagar, Mahesh Bhaiya. So then they introduced me to him, and he planned a college visit. Third day. So third day I visited college. Next day I wanted to leave Sagar. I wanted to go Vidisha. So on third day, on second day I visited college. That's my first college. That is my first college. That was my first college. Then after visiting college, I was very happy that in Sagar I did 2 programs, at least 2 programs. Coming to Sagar is worth it now. On third day, the Anna to whom I talked first in the SP office, he was really good person. I don't remember his name, Satish I guess. So he was the assistant of SP sir. Then he held me, he called me, Mohit, where are you? Third day. And he said, Anna, I'm leaving. So he said, okay, you wait, I'm coming, we'll see of you. So we also take you to NCC cadets. There in the nearby there was ground, so there were so many people. NCC cadet, they used to come there every day to practice. So we went there were like 30-40 NCC cadets. So we went there, I talked to them, their officer, the army officer. But we were not allowed to take pictures with the army officer. It's their
Rule.
some privacy, something. I said, okay, Anna, it's okay. But may I allowed to take pictures with the NCC cadets? They said, yeah, you can take it. So I took picture with them, I posted and I tweeted. So at that time only 10-20 people knew about me on Twitter. I guess few, not 10-20, only 5-6. Then those people started retweeting. Then other people got to know. So then with the Anna, with the officer, assistant officer, with him, one person also came and he saw, you are the person who was there on the Choraha. उन्होंने कहा हिंदी में कि तुम वही लड़के हो ना जो चौराहे पे खड़े थे, वो हरा सा सेफ सॉइल का लेके, पर हजारों लोगों ने देखा था तुमको. तो मैंने कहा, yeah, I know, I was there for 2 hours and after meeting sir, I was also there for 2 hours. I went, he came and he gave me 15 seconds of his time to talk. I told him everything about safe soil movement and all. So he said, yeah, that's great. Now what you are expecting from me? So I was very, very confused at what I should ask him. Ki sir, take a picture and post it on your social media and and at least say a few words about safe soil, so that those people who are following you unofficially, unofficially, they'll also get to know that soil degradation is also a main concern. I told him about this, but didn't ask him to post a picture because I was somewhere very confused that what will people think, that I am for name or fame doing this or that. Because one day before, on the first day I got a call that why are you doing this, and if you are doing this by watching someone, if you need name or fame, please don't do this, it's a very risky and all. So just because that thought was in my mind, I couldn't ask him for picture and couldn't ask him to tweet. So I met so many people initial days, IS, IPS, but I wasn't able to ask them. But somewhere after 2-3 weeks, I got a call from Ashram. He was one Sadhguru Anna. I met him in Bhopal. So after meeting Chief Minister, he said, now you start posting everything on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, and ask those people to take picture with you and tweet and write something about soil and tag Conscious Planet. So that other people also gets to know that these people have also a concern for soil. So this is, I met him and then I started to Vidisha. There I met so many media person and Vidhayak ji, हमारे यहाँ विधायक बोलते हैं, तो I met him also. From there I went to Bhopal. In Bhopal I'm trying a lot of things. Like I'm searching on Google who are the NGOs. I call them and I ask them, are you free? They said no. Then I asked them, Anna, give me some other contact number. Any NGOs to whom I can contact? Any NGO related to environment? Then I got to know about one plantation happening, and there was one NSS guy, Raj. I met him somewhere in a college or somewhere. So he was actually friend of my friend. So he introduces me to those people, NGO people. They didn't say anything on that day, on that plantation. They just said, okay, good, you are doing it. And we are very inspired, a few things. But there was two people, one is Prajwal Bhaiya and Sudesh Nadi. They were just talking to me, but they didn't say anything. It's about to happen something. So on the same day, in the evening time, there was blood donation. I also went to that blood donation. I helped them. And I was also holding the Safe Soil play card. I was talking to the people. Because I'm really into this, like, I want support. I want support of everyone. If you are seeing this play card, come to me and talk to me. If you are not coming, I'll go to you. I'll come to you and talk to you about this. So many people talk to me, like, on that day, evening time, I communicate maybe more than 100 people. It was there like 3 hours something. So on that day when Prajwal Bhaiya and Sudesh Nadi saw me, that he's really
into
like,
it.
Yeah, into his movement, what he's doing. So after that blood donation finish, Prajwal Bhaiya, Sudesh Nadi, there was 2-3 people more. They talked to me. They asked about my journey, how you are going to do it and all. So I told them everything. Then there was one sir. He's very young. He's very old, senior. So senior, all of them. Senior. He's fighting for constitution and all. So sir asked me to stay with him and work with him. Why? Because he saw something in me that if he has taken this initiative just by looking at the condition of people in the village and got inspired by his guru, if he can do this, taken this initiative, if he is with me, what he'll do. He wanted me to stay with him and all. So I have that clarity in my mind that this is my thing. I have to do this and I'll do this only. So Prajwal Bhaiya, at the end he came to me, Mohit, just don't listen to him. He just needs some younger person, some dedicated person to help him. Then next day Prajwal Bhaiya called me. I was staying with my Mosi, my mother's sister. So I told him, Bhaiya, I'm staying with my Mosi and not able to plan things. Because if I stay with people like like-minded or people who think like me, who are working for nation, something NGO people and all, so we can plan a lot of things. So I asked him, Bhaiya, may I come to your place and stay with you? He said, yeah, please come. So I took my bicycle. So in Bhopal, I also changed my bicycle. So I started with the basic one. And that bicycle I kept in my Mausi's home. And I had the new bicycle one. So that is sponsored by my brother, eldest brother. So my brother and my father both sponsored me that bicycle. They helped me kind of.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah, I took my bicycle, packed my luggage and went to them. I just, in joking, I said, in a joke, I said, Bhaiya, I want to meet Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. It's Bhopal and he lives here, I know. So how can I meet him? He said, okay, tomorrow we'll go. Let me just check it. I was like in shock. How can a normal person, if you see them, they're very normal, but their brains like working like AI. So intelligent people. Both are writers. And they have planned a lot of things and they are planting trees. They have already developed 2 forests and they are working on the 3rd one. It's island. There is no water, nothing. Whatever they do by their own money.
Okay.
They collect donation and by that donation they help, they plant trees, they help people. Why they donate money is because they show their work and they ask for donation. Because so that people also gets to know that this is happening and this is what we need to do. He said, okay, wash your clothes and shoes, we'll go tomorrow and meet. I was really shocked. He's a chief minister, not a sabji wala ki jao sabji khareed ke aa jao aur chaat kha ke aa jao. I was very shocked and in the evening he asked me, Mohit, did you wash your clothes and shoes? I said, no bhaiya, I thought you were joking. He said, no, tomorrow is an appointment. We are going to plant a tree with him. I was really shocked. तो वो हमको लेके गए और security बहुत tight, बहुत ज़्यादा tight, because he is chief minister. We went to our places And on that day, some RSS person died. I don't know. He was a great person, so he died. So Chief Minister directly went to Ujjain.
Oh.
Yeah. So we got to know that he went to Ujjain and somewhere else. Now he won't come or something like that. So we left the place because if he's not coming, there is no point. We'll go and plan something. After 1 hour, he came back. He did plantation, and then he went back. Next day, same day they call us, but we were riding, so we couldn't pick up. Next day they call us. They knew Bhaiya very well, so they called Prajwal. He's also coming today, so come, we'll plant tree with him. So we went again. First he came to us. He gave us 5 minutes. We planted tree. Prajwal Bhaiya told him about me because that was my first interaction with a politician, and I was literally very in a shock because the way he came with us, Namaste, kaise hain aap log? He came in that way. His energy was bursting out. He was, wow, the first time I saw a chief minister. तो जिनको आप टीवी में देख रहे हो उनको आप रियल लाइफ में देखो तो होश उड़ जाते हैं. I was like that. So he got to know that he won't be able to speak. So Prajwal bhi explained him about me, what I'm doing. So he said, Anna, sir, he's cycling all India, 30,000 kilometers all alone by himself. No support, nothing. And he's awareing people about soil degradation that Sadhguru has started. So this happened, and when he saw me with the Safe Soil t-shirt, he said, oh, safe soil. He said this, oh, safe soil. Then I got to know, oh, he knows about safe soil because when Sadhguru went to Bhopal, the grand welcome he gave to Sadhguru was,
mind blowing,
amazing. Then he knew about safe soil. He saw my t-shirt and then he said, oh, safe soil, कैसे हैं आप लोग? फिर उन्होंने बताया. Then कहते हैं after getting to know about me, he said, बधाई हो आपके लिए, बधाई हो, कैसे हैं आप? मैंने कहा, सर मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ. अरे हाथ मिलाइए. He shake hand and then आइए गले लगे. उन्होंने मुझे गले लगाया. And then he said, फोटो खींचो. Like it was happening so fast that digest ही नहीं हो रहा था. फोटो खींचो because they have their own media. So they captured a picture. और उन्होंने कहा बधाई हो और कहाँ कैसे रात रुकते हैं आप. उन्होंने मेरे से पूछा खाना पीना कहाँ खाते हैं. तो आई सेड अन्ना सर मैं गुरुद्वारे मंदिर और मस्जिद पर रुकता हूँ. नई जगह मिलती तो मैंने उनको ये बताया कि जब भी मुझे जगह नहीं मिलती है गुरुद्वारे मंदिर और मस्जिद तो हम बहुत ही कम गए हैं. गुरुद्वारा हुआ, मंदिर हुआ और पेट्रोल पंप हुआ. जब यहाँ जगह नहीं मिलती तो हम लोगों से हेल्प मांगते हैं. लोग हेल्प नहीं करते, पेट्रोल पंप तो है ही, वहाँ हेल्प ले लो. तो शेल्टर तो दे ही देंगे एटलीस्ट, जिससे कि आप एक सेफ जगह रहो, आपकी बाईसाइकिल सेफ.
What about the food? How were you managing food? Were you able to get food on time? Were you able to eat on time?
And initially, only my first day I didn't get food. Second day I used to eat by my own. So in this 2 months, I ate food on my own, like in a hotel and somewhere I found a restaurant. So if you know that in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, it's very spicy food, very very spicy. I used to find bananas, fruits, like जितना कम स्पाइसी फूड मिले दैट्स गुड फॉर अस. तो क्या हुआ, शुरू में खाना मिल जाता था, बट एज आई रीच्ड भोपाल एंड आफ्टर क्रॉसिंग भोपाल आई वाज इन आस्था. दैट इज माय फर्स्ट टेरेबल इंसिडेंट वेयर आई वाज डिनाइड फॉर फूड, आई वाज डिनाइड फॉर स्टे. दे काइंड ऑफ थ्रेश मी आउट, kicked me out of the event. I reached Astha, I stayed, I kept my bicycle safely. I was there drinking water, hydrating my body. And then 2-3 people came by scooty. They asked me, क्या कर रहे हो, कैसे कर रहे हो? They asked me, they saw my bicycle and flags. So I told them everything, Anna, this I'm doing. So they said, you had food? I said, Anna, I didn't had. Then they invited me inside the program. I went inside. But at that time, I lost them. Where they are, they didn't came again. So I went inside, kept my bicycle in a shed. Then there was one boy who saw me and he came to me. He was a very chiku type boy, very cute boy. He came to me and he asked me, Bhaiya, what are you doing? Oh, you are a traveler, this and that. And he was very happy. So I said, yeah, I came here for food. Okay, he said, okay, come with me, I'll provide you food, I'll help you. So we went there for a food. So first we have to take a coupon. So we went to the coupon area. There was one person who was distributing coupon and boy asked him to give him coupon and he told me and he told him about me. So that Anna said, do you know who he is? He said, no, I don't know, we just met. And do you know, he will not harm you. He will not harm you. I was suddenly very shocked that why would I harm this boy? He's like my younger brother. Then he also asked few questions. What if he will harm you? What will happen then? What will your parents say? So many questions, like shower of questions he put on that boy. And I was like, Anna, if you don't want to provide me food, please just say it. I was talking to myself. Then after 2-3 minutes, because 2-3 minutes was too intense, those minutes, he's like literally was saying that we will not provide you food. And then he joined hand. भाई साहब हमें माफ़ कर दो, ये हमारी समाज का प्रोग्राम है, हम आपको खाना प्रोवाइड नहीं कर सकते, आप प्लीज़ यहाँ से चले जाइए. That was the reaction, this silence. Now, if you really don't want to provide me food, just say it in the beginning. You don't have to scold that boy कि भाई क्यों, क्या कर रहे हो, क्यों इसको यहाँ लेके आए. They were treating me like nothing. So I said, Anna, okay, it's okay, I'll go, nothing will happen. Then I went to my stay area, Saraswati temple. So that temple, those community has already booked that temple for their people's stay. In the city, I already found the hotel. There was no hotel, and program was going on. It's already in the evening, so everyone has gone to their home. So no thela wala, no fruits wala, no hotels, nothing to eat. So then I said, okay, I'll sleep like this without food if you want me to sleep like this. So then I went to the Saraswati temple because one Anna told me that you can stay there in the night. That person जिन्होंने मुझे invite किया था. So I went to Saraswati temple. There I talked to a few shopkeepers. I said, Anna, I want to stay. I'm doing this. So they called Panditji and Panditji came. So when I was talking to Panditji, I told him everything. And Swamiji, I'm doing this. I'm cycling. I just need one night stay. Morning in the like 6-7 a.m. I'll leave to Bhopal. So Swamiji said, अच्छा बट हम आपको स्टे प्रोवाइड नहीं कर सकते. अगर हम आपको रात रुकने देंगे तो यहाँ पे जो समाज के लोग आएंगे यहाँ पे रात रुकने के लिए, क्योंकि ये हॉल उन्होंने बुक कर रखा है. अगर वो रात में यहाँ सोने आएंगे और हमने आपको जगह दी, अगर उनका कुछ सामान चोरी हो जाता है और वो मेरे से कहेंगे कि हमारा सामान चोरी हो गया है, इसने चुराया है, तो वो मेरे ऊपर आएगा, वो मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होगी, तो मैं उसको फेस नहीं कर सकता. फिर मैं शॉक में था कि वहाँ मेरे साथ ये हुआ और यहाँ स्वयं स्वामी जी ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. इवन ही इज गुरु टू थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल एंड इफ ही स्पीक्स लाइक दैट, then I don't know what was happening at that time. So I said, okay Swamiji, no issue. I don't want any trouble for you. I can sleep outside. वहाँ ठेला था, you know ठेला, that 4-wheel. So I said, there is a ठेला. I have a sleeping bag, yoga mat. I'll put and sleep it. I'll sleep there. I was asking just because it's too cold. So I thought if I get a shelter and a room, so that there will be little bit warm, I could sleep properly. Whole day I'm cycling. So I went outside on my cycle. I kept my bicycle. I was like looking at my bicycle. भाई अब हमारा क्या होगा? So I sat on ठेला that and then I was talking to him. I always talk to him. If I'm alone, I always talk to him. मैं क्या, अरे शिवा क्या कर रहे हो मेरे साथ? आज खाना भी नहीं खाया और जगह ही नहीं मिली सोने को, मैं क्या करूँ? तो exact after 10 minutes, I got a call from Bhopal. He was a volunteer. He is a volunteer and he's also in politics. So he said, Namaskaram Mohit. I said, Namaskaram Anna. कहाँ हो? Anna, मैं आस्था में हूँ. You had food? No Anna, I didn't had food. You find anything? No Anna, not even a stay I have. He said, okay, just wait 5 minutes, I'll arrange something. After 5 minutes, I got a call from ABVP leader. He was in Delhi. He called me and he said, मोहित आप कहाँ हैं अभी? हमने कहा नमस्ते सर, हम यहाँ पर हैं और हमें खाना नहीं मिला और स्टे भी नहीं है हमारे पास और सरस्वती मंदिर के हम सामने ही बैठे हैं. ही सेड ओके, आप वहीं रहिए और आपको 5 मिनट बाद एक कॉल आएगा, जहाँ वो बुलाएंगे आप वहाँ चले जाइएगा. हमने कहा ओके सर. आई डोंट नो हु दैट पर्सन वॉज, बट ही वॉज मैनेजिंग द होल प्रोग्राम.
Okay.
So he called me from there. So you can imagine, from where I denied food, from there they call me for food. Only just because of one person we cannot say anything about a community.
Correct.
There are whole lot of people who are very good. In thousand, if there are 2-3 people bad, we can't say anything about that community.
Correct.
तो कल रात के 10 बज गए थे और ऑलमोस्ट सभी लाइक सारा खाना ख़त्म हो चुका था, बट स्टिल समहाउ दे प्रोवाइडेड मी फूड, आई एट फूड एंड देन उसके बाद दे सेड लाइक नाउ यू गो टू द टेम्पल, one person will come and he will provide you accommodation. So I said okay na. Then I took my bicycle, went there, and after some time one person came and he talked to me. I told him about everything. Then he went inside and he talked to the Swamiji. Then Swamiji called me and Swamiji said, why didn't you tell me earlier that you know this guy? I said, Swamiji, I also don't know who he is. I just got a call and he came to help me, that's it. So Swamiji was like, you should have told me that you know this person. I would have never say no to you or this or that. मैं तो इसलिए बोल रहा था क्योंकि तुम्हारे बारे में कुछ लोग उल्टा ना सोचें. मैंने कहा, Swamiji, it's okay. It doesn't matter that much. Then I slept there in the hall, and the surprising thing is, no one came in that hall the whole night. I was there alone.
Oh.
No one came to sleep there. Literally that hall was too warm that I slept very well. No one came to disturb. So that's it, like this is the whole thing. Morning I woke up and again started my journey.
Have you faced these situations frequently where people are like not giving you food or shelter, or you have to face some insult or something like that, some embarrassing moments?
Not food and shelter, it's like just few incident of food and shelter, because as we say in our Bharat, people are very hospitable, like welcoming people. So
Correct.
just this incident and few more incident. But insulting incident happened when I went to Chief Minister bungalow to try to meet him. Before I asked Prajwal Bhaiya that I want to meet Chief Minister. So I went to his bungalow. I was there for like since morning 8 a.m. till evening 5 or 6. So I asked few officers, and I want to meet Chief Minister. What's the process? They said his secretary will come. They said in बुंदेलखंडी उनके सेक्रेटरी आएंगे तो आप अपना वो बनवा लेना, उसके बाद अगर वो कहेंगे तो मिल पाओगे, वरना नहीं मिल पाओगे, ये वो. तो मैं 2 दिन वहाँ बैठा रहा, कोई उपाय नहीं निकला. फिर दूसरे दिन वो पुलिस वाला मुझे देख के बुलाता है, तुम इधर आओ, तुम डेली आते हो, तुम्हें कोई काम धंधा नहीं है. दैट पुलिस वाला सेट, तुम्हें कोई काम धंधा नहीं है, क्यों कर रहे हो ये सब, इसमें तुम्हारा क्या है, तुम्हें क्या मिल रहा है. तो मैंने कहा, नॉट एवरी पर्सन डज एवरी थिंग टू गेन एनी थिंग. लाइक अगर मेरा इसमें कुछ नहीं है तो क्या मैं ये करूँगा नहीं.
Exactly.
ही क्लियरली टोल्ड मी कि तुम्हारा कुछ है नहीं, तुम फालतू में इधर उधर घूम रहे हो. सदगुरु तुम्हें कुछ दे रहे हैं क्या, कोई तुम्हें कुछ दे रहा है क्या. आई सेड कोई कुछ नहीं दे रहा, बट इट्स माई विश. I want to contribute to this movement. I am doing for myself and to help the farmers in my region and the whole India, whole Bharat. तो अब he is a concrete mind, तो वो नहीं समझ पाते उस चीज़ को. तो हमने कुछ ज़्यादा उनको फोर्स नहीं किया. I said, Anna, it's okay. If you really have some problem, I'll go somewhere. I'll sit there silently. So I went back home. After that, I didn't go to the bungalow, his bungalow, and I went directly to a program, that plantation, next day. I was like there and sitting and asking myself, Mohit, what are you doing? You are just wasting your time sitting in front of his bungalow, and nothing is happening. You are not doing anything productive. At least just leave this meeting politician and all. Just go plant some tree, talk to people, go to some school and college. Then I went back. This happened. So this was the insulting event and incidents.
At any point of time, did you feel that you should quit? It's done.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
want to continue anymore.
So many people ask me this question. So I am doing this for a cause because I have faced that situation. Yeah, there are so many situations that in that situation I'm like very confused what to do, what not to do. So in that situation I just sit and remember Sadhguru, that what are you trying to say? Like अब मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? So I just stay there, wait, and after 5-10 minutes something comes. So I got my answer. But never, even not a millisecond, for a millisecond the thought came to my mind that I should quit, because I have started this after thinking about it 1,000 times. And this is what we needed. My people needed, because at that time I have taken 5,000 people responsibility. Now we have lakhs and lakhs of people in Bundelkhand. Now we have 1.4 billion population in whole India. In whole world, 8 billion population. So if you have that responsibility, there is not even 1 second thought to quit.
You told about the situation of farmers in your village. Can you elaborate what was the situations that they are facing right now? What is the problem with them?
The first thing is climate change, obviously. When we need rain, it doesn't rain. When we don't need, it rains. So what happens after we harvest, we keep our seeds there and we try to मतलब काटने के बाद हम इंतज़ार करते हैं so that हम इसको थ्रेसर करके हार्वेस्ट करके इसको बीज को निकाल के ले जा सकें. बट व्हाट हैपेंस, रेन स्टार्ट
Pouring in.
दैट, उसके बाद नुकसान हो जाता है. दैट्स टोटली लाइक डिस्ट्रक्शन हैपेंस. सो when farmer face this situation, so what they decide, I have one more incident. After this happened, after rain, one farmer cut his field, his wheat, and I don't know what happened, something happened and it rained. So I was walking in a village and at the election time I went inside the village and I talked to one farmer. I asked him, बब्बा सब ठीक ठाक चल रहा हो, कुछ दिक्कत तो नहीं है? तो उन्होंने कहा कि अरे भज्जा क्या बताएं हम आपके लाज हैं, आप तो शहर में रह रहे, अच्छी ज़िंदगी है आपकी, वहीं रहो, पढ़ाई लिखाई करो, अब किसानी कर भी नहीं है जो, नहीं तो कछु नहीं मिले, जैसे हम तड़प रहे ऐसे आप तड़पो, इसे आप तो अपने शहर रहो, मस्त एकदम पढ़ाई करो, अपनी नौकरी लेके वहीं बस जाओ. हमने कि आप ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे हो, कारण क्या है इसका बोलने का? कहते भज्जा हमने इतना उगाओ तो अब जितना हमने बो तो उतो भी हम नहीं निकाल पाए, तो हमें मोड़ी मोड़ा का खाएं, हमारे मोड़ी मोड़ा को जब खावे ही नहीं है तो हम किसानी काय कर रहे फिर. तो आई वॉज लाइक कि अब कर क्या सकते हैं, आप ये बताओ. तो वो कह रहे हैं कि अब हमारे पास तो एक ही ऑप्शन है कि हम तो मरे ही जात, हम मर जाएं. मैं सुन रहा था उनको कि हम मर जाएं सो सरकार हमारे लिए कुछ मुआवजा दे, उस मुआवजा से हम अपना लोन पे कर दें और हमारे मोड़ी मोड़ा बचे कुचे पैसन से ज़िंदगी काट लें. तो आई आस्क्ड हिम कि हमारे पास कई सारे ऑप्शन हैं, आप पैसों के लिए आप अपनी अगर ज़िंदगी दाव पे लगा रहे हो, लाइक उनके लिए उनकी ज़िंदगी से ज़्यादा अहमियत उस पैसे की है जिससे कि वो उस पैसे को पा करके अपना लोन पे कर सकें. मैं भी लाइक शॉक में था दैट हाउ कैन अ पर्सन थिंक लाइक दिस जस्ट बिकॉज ही इज़ फेसिंग दैट सिचुएशन इन विच लाइक his children are not able to eat food, get food 2 times, 2 meals a day.
It is the irony that the people who are growing food for us, they are not getting this much food that they can eat
Survive.
at least 2 times.
Yeah. So that's the incident that made me think about this, ki this is happening to him and he's my people. And if something happened to him, I am responsible because somehow they are relying on us because I am the new generation. So I felt this is my responsibility to do something so that I can help them. Not even one farmer is this. There are hundreds of farmers who think like this, but they can't even speak. He is the one who is 100% frustrated and ready to give his life. And there are hundreds of farmers. Not hundreds, millions we can say. But we don't have any option now.
Do they know about Safe Soil movement?
So now they know that चाची का जो बेटा है वो मोहित चला गया है साइकिल लेके बाहर, मतलब निकल गया है घर से मिट्टी को बचाने के लिए. ऐसे ऐसे करके वो जानते हैं कि मिट्टी को बचाने के लिए वो निकला है. That's why in my route I'm going back to my city. I'll go. There are 80 villages almost in Bundelkhand. I don't know how many villages, but in 80 villages they know my family. So we'll go and try to talk to them every village. So उनको बताने की कोशिश करेंगे क्योंकि हमारे पास जब फैमिली का एडवांटेज है तो उस चीज़ को हमको उसका एडवांटेज लेना पड़ेगा और किसानों से बात करनी पड़ी.
During your journey, did you fall sick? And how did you deal with that?
Yeah, so when I was in Bangalore, when I reached Bangalore, तो मैं बीमार था. I was really sick. I had a headache, fever, cold, and so many things. My whole body was hurting. So I also wanted to attend the Chikballapur consecration. So I went to Chikballapur ashram.
Yogeshwar Linga consecration.
Yeah, Yogeshwar Linga consecration. So I reached Bangalore on 11th January. Then I went to Chikballapur on the same day. I tweeted on Twitter that I need help, I'm sick, anyone in Bangalore, if any volunteer is there, kindly help me. But I waited for 2-3 hours. It was the tweet I did 5 a.m. and the time was 10. It was getting very hot. So I didn't get any response. But one Anna was there. He was trying to get me in touch with someone. He tried his best. You know, that's the best thing about Isha Volunteer. If they get to know, they give their 100%.
Agree.
So he tried his best. I said, okay, Anna, no issue. I'll go to Chikballapur. In that 103 degrees, I cycled 80 kilometers to reach Chikballapur. I started 11:30, 11 or 11:30. I reached Chikballapur around 5:30 evening. And that was my first time in Isha Ashram. So I was not like, I didn't
Aware
know that,
about the things.
that we have to register for volunteering. And then when you get confirmation, at that time you are able to, they'll let you in. I went there, guard asked me for volunteering registration. I was confused, what are they asking? So I showed them my consecration confirmation. So they were saying, no, not this volunteering registration. Then Swamiji, somehow Sadhguru sent Swamiji. So when Swamiji came, when he came, so they let us in, they let me in. So Swamiji was like, he accompanied me from there till the ashram, and he asked me everything about my journey. कहाँ से start किया, कहाँ पे खत्म, कैसे होना है. So I told him everything. Then Swamiji somehow provided me stay. I was there for 3 days in Chikballapur Chaudhary. 14th, I was so sick. Fever was not going. I was eating paracetamol, combi flame. Nothing was happening. 14th night, I went to the hospital with the volunteer Anna. I stayed there for 3 hours. Admitted there. I told doctor, give me injection. I want to attend consecration anyhow. If you don't give me, I'll run from here. So he gave me injection. Next morning, I attended the consecration. Whole night, I sweat like it was raining. Whole night. Morning, I was good little bit. Fever was not there. I attended the consecration again at 2 p.m. 15th. I got very sick. Maybe I would have met Sadhguru on that night with Natalia Akka, because I was also there. My cycle was also in ashram itself.
Yeah.
My luggage was there only. So everything was there. But I got sick, and I don't know, Sadhguru, maybe his call. So I went to a hospital directly. I was there for 3 days. I tweeted again that I'm in the hospital, I need help. I just need volunteering help. So some Prashant Anna came, he was a Hatha Yoga teacher, he's a Hatha Yoga teacher. He helped me. After 3 days, I went to Bangalore. I stayed with Ravi Anna. He came to Chikballapur, he took me with his car, because bike ride, no, doctor directly said, no bike ride, because agar hawa aankhon mein lagegi, headache will increase, pain will increase. So Ravi Anna came, he took me, I stayed there with him for 6-7 days. And they took care of me like a family. So I really appreciate that. And I don't have word to express that, to give thanks to them. Because I needed my family, and they were there like a family. So after that, Akka was going to ashram. I said, Akka, I also want to come. Then she booked a bus. So we went on a bus to ashram. 24 January, I reached Coimbatore, went to ashram. Somehow someone got to know that Anna is coming. No one knew in the ashram. So as Sadhguru, always there. I met someone, long-term volunteer. They were also going to ashram. I met them in city. So they captured my picture, took my details, and sent it to e-media, Shatu Akka. So they contacted me. One person came. I went. Everything happened. They welcomed me in the evening. Yeah, like this I reached ashram. I stayed there for 2 months. I celebrated Mahashivratri, done my BSP there from 9 March to 12th March. And after BSP, life has changed.
In which way?
It's experienced like I was able to feel everything, like the sensation of breeze, inhalation, exhalation, a lot of things like plantation. I could really connect to those, everyone around me, that they are just me. As Sadhguru said, BSP is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So you should do it if you haven't done it till now.
Yeah, I'm going on 10th.
So after that, you'll get to know what's the experience.
During your journey, did you feel that Sadhguru's grace is with you?
Because I have surrendered to him, so I could feel. There was one incident with me in Madhya Pradesh. There I have faced death in
Oh.
front of my eyes. I haven't told this incident.
Hmm.
So what happening? There was a ghat, Khal Ghat,
Hmm.
if you heard about it,
Hmm.
in your area.
Yeah.
So it's a 3.5 kilometers ghat. You cannot see it's a ghat, but it's a ghat.
Hmm.
So I was riding there. There is one cement road and a highway,
Hmm.
NH44. So I was going there, and one empty truck was coming there. There was a breakers. There is breakers,
Hmm.
3 breakers in
Hmm.
every 100 or 50 meters
Hmm.
to slow down the speed of heavy vehicles. I was riding on the cement road, and to escape the breakers, the truck driver took left. He did like this, and somehow when he was taking left, I slowed down my bike. One thought came to my mind: just slow down. So I slowed down it. I don't know how it happened.
Hmm.
So, and someone held my hand to slow down.
Oh.
And the truck just took left turn and went to right. And when I saw the truck tire was like up. So you can imagine how's the speed. How. So that incident, I stopped there. First I digested what happened,
Hmm.
and after 15 minutes I again started my ride. I have one video of few seconds on my YouTube channel. I showed few trucks coming on that ghat because I just wanted to shoot that area
Hmm.
where something happened to me. So there, if I wouldn't have braked my bicycle, I must have gone into the truck, and maybe आज यहाँ नहीं बैठा होता मैं. तो देवी and Sadhguru, maybe उस time पता नहीं था, but there was someone.
How's your connection with Devi?
She's taking care of me like a child, everywhere, wherever I go. I haven't slept without food. Somehow I get food, maybe little bit, but I get food. Not empty stomach. I have slept till now. I have shelter. If I don't find any volunteer, maybe some person came after 15-20 minutes. They approach me. I go to their place and stay. So she's taking care of everything. My food, my stay, my programs, everything. So there is not even a one day that I have faced. Yeah, I faced. She test. She definitely take a test. But not that incident in which I felt that she's not there. Every second she's there. Still, she's there with us. She's sitting somewhere, I don't know, but her grace is there. She's there with us.
I have a question, okay? This is a straightforward question. There were so many people who started journeys like this, inspired by Sadhguru. How do we make sure that you are a genuine person, you have a genuine problem, and that's why you are on this path and not to become an influencer?
Earlier, as I told you that I have faced few incidents. I have seen farmers talking about taking their own life. Why? Because they are not getting any yield from the soil. I don't know it's a genuine purpose of what it is, but the reality that I have faced on the ground level, and when I have done farming, I told you that so many situations where we have to work all day long in the hard sun, but we are not getting anything. Not only that, one farmer is talking like that. In my whole village, there are so many very, very small farmers, those who don't have even one time meal. They are totally depend on the agriculture field. If I go do job, what I am doing? I'm doing nothing. I'm just contributing in my own family. But what is really needed is that someone need to come ahead and help them. As a farmer, I called myself a farmer because my father is a farmer, and you know, farming is a legacy that came to my father, and from my father to me, and from me to my children. So I decided this because I feel that I am responsible for them as a younger generation. Because what is the difference between them and me? If everyone, my all generation will go to cities and they won't do anything. This is the thing that I have to do. I want to help the farmers. That is needed, because if no one takes one step forward, there will be no one to help them. That's why I have taken this one step. And you won't believe, till now, everyone in Bundelkhand, most of the people in Bundelkhand, those who are reading newspaper, listening to news, and in villages it happens. If one person know, they will tell a lot of people, everyone. So most of them knows about my ride in Bundelkhand, and they know that that boy has left to help the farmers. I don't want to be an influencer or something. I just want to help the farmers and help the Mother Earth to enrich the soil. That's it. I have 5 acre of land, as I have done farming in that. As Sadhguru said, in 1 second we are losing 1 acre of soil. It's degrading. So, sorry, I can say soil extinction is happening. So I have 5 acre of land. In 5 seconds, I lost that land. So you can imagine, there are so many farmers who have nothing. How they are surviving. So we don't have enough time. The wheel of time is moving. It doesn't stop.
How long is your journey? What is your route map that you're following? What kind of support you need, and what are you planning to do after you finish your journey?
So the journey will take at least 2.5 years. So I
More.
have planned for 2.5 years. So
Okay.
it's already been 7 months and 18 days. So right now I'm in Hyderabad. So from here I'll go to Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, like this, the Bay of Bengal, then northeast, then Himalayan region, that Nepal, Bihar. From there I'll go to my own city. From there to Leh. From there to Arabian Sea, the desert area, then Arabian Sea, and then culminate my ride in Coimbatore. In my journey, I'm meeting influencer, politicians, visiting school, colleges. So till now, I have visited more than 50 schools and colleges, including both, and also going to newspaper, media, radio, TV, and whatever possible. And mostly, if I am in touch with Rotary Club and Lions Club and NGOs too. So like this, I'm meeting these kind of people. And the kind of support we need for this ride and for the Safe Soil is that just share about this ride. At least talk to 3 people in a day and share the posts of the ride and write about soil. Write a letter to Prime Minister. If you're writing something about soil, just tag my post and tag it to Prime Minister, President, and Chief Minister of that state where I am right now. So it will help me to reach them. They may get to know about this ride.
You also mentioned about the document that you are preparing.
Yeah.
Can you just throw some light on this?
I can just tell you a little bit about it. So I'm also visiting villages. So I'm also writing about the farmers. What are the problem they are facing, and what are they going through? What they have faced? What kind of farming they do in a particular season? What kind of soil is there? So at the end, when I'll reach Delhi, I'll be having some documents to show our Prime Minister, so that I can tell them that this is the ground reality that not many people know. That I know there are documents about what kind of soil, what are the things and all, but the real problem what they are going through, because I have been to one village there in Rajampet. Shivaji Anna took me, he's an environmentalist. There I got to know that they have faced drought 15 years ago and they are trying to test their soil. They are requesting AO officers, but they are not coming. They are not giving the demo how to take the soil, how
Sample.
to take sample and where to take it. So these are the problems farmers are facing. They are willing to test their soil, but they don't have any resources. Like this, there are in every villages, there are so many problems, thousands of problems that no one knows. So maybe through me, if I could write those problems and show to a Prime Minister, respective ministers, if I go in that state, if that help the farmers, that's maybe fulfill my mission or a Guru's mission. I want my every second of this ride to be fulfilled, because what I am going through and what I have seen my Guru has gone. So whatever I can do possible, I'll do my best.
What about after you finish your journey?
Whatever I'm thinking right now, that I'll do farming. Tomorrow the decision is totally different. What I was thinking when I started this ride and what happened after I met Sadhguru, my ride totally has changed from awareness, safe soil awareness, to contributing for conscious planet. It totally changed. So after my ride, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but only thing I can make sure, or I may ensure you that I want to help the farmers. Whatever happens, I will definitely help the farmers. So this is, I'm 100% sure.
Can you just elaborate what happened exactly after you met Sadhguru?
So I just want to say, when I met Sadhguru on stage, so the experience, if I share, it's totally silence, and what my journey is going to, it's for conscious planet. How on 21st March I resumed my journey. I met one akka. She's 80 years old, and her husband is 83, and she has two daughters. One, they both are twins and blind, dumb, and deaf. They can't even see, walk properly. They don't speak and all. So her younger sister died in washroom. It's a very
Painful.
shocking and painful thing.
Mm.
Her younger sister died in washroom, and auntie uncle was not there at home. She wasn't able to speak. She suffered there. Can you imagine? In the washroom she died. So what pain she must have gone through. They came to Isha for Kal Bhairav Karma. I helped them. I volunteered them. I told Akka, please sit in a Devi's dome. Just tell her everything. They asked after Kal Bhairav Karma, they asked me for lunch. So in this, I said I have a volunteering. Then they said, okay, when I'll be free, I'll call you. Then this 1 month passed, they didn't call me. On 21st March, exact on that day when I'm going to resume my ride, she called me in the morning, Mohit, are you free today? Can we have lunch? I said, Akka, I'm going to start my journey. So I went to their home. When I saw their condition, they are living in a 2 BHK flat. Auntie is not able to walk properly. She's preparing food both time. Her age is 80, so she's not able to walk even. She's just sitting on a chair and preparing food for three of them. And when I saw that condition, just one thought came to my mind, Sadhguru, why today you want me to come here?
Mm.
I mean, on 21st March, I went there and I saw their condition. They shifted from Hyderabad from other state to Coimbatore so that they get old age home. Maybe after they passed away or after they left this planet, someone can take care of their daughter.
Mm.
They were asking for old age home, but no one was maybe able to provide that.
Mm.
So I got to know this kind of help they need. So after that I spent night with them and I decided somehow to help them, because अगर मैं उनको ignore करता तो it's directly opposite to my guru's wisdom, what he's trying to say to us. So I went to Metupalayam and somehow, maybe Sadhguru's grace, I got a web. In Metupalayam, Anna knew someone who is in a Pondicherry and he knew some old age home of Isha or some good people he knew. So I got in touch with him and I gave him his number and I sent him Akka's few videos and pictures. So he contacted them and they are trying to find old age home for them. So it's a good news, we can say, that they are searching old age home for her. And from there, I have been going to those places where people need Sadhguru, people need Devi's help. They are in some problem, there's some work is stuck. And I don't know Devi is going through me or Devi, but somehow my journey has taken a turn for Conscious Planet with Safe Soil Awareness.
How many kilometers you have covered till now and how many kilometers are still remaining? And on an average, how many kilometers do you cycle every day?
So Akka, total 30,000 kilometers I have decided, and till now I have covered 6,200 plus kilometers. And on an average in one day I cycle minimum 60 and maximum 150 kilometers. Or sometimes I ride 13 hours a day, sometimes 14 hours a day. Like this I ride.
With this, it's time for our rapid fire round. Let's see how Anna answers our rapid questions. First question. What if Sadhguru tells you to stop riding further?
So I'll ask Sadhguru why I should stop my ride, and whatever he says, I'll listen to that. And this ride is not about Safe Soil Awareness. It's all about like telling people that this soil degradation is the main, as my guru's vision is. So I'm 100% sure that Sadhguru won't say.
How do you deal with skeptics or those who don't believe in soil conservation?
First thing, I don't talk to them because they have already a concrete mind. They will try to convince you to stop your ride and do what they are saying. So most of the time I try to avoid those people.
What according to you is the purpose of meditation?
It gives me a more clarity and calmness, and if I am addressing hundreds of people, I never hesitate, I never got sweat. So it really helping me out, my sadhana.
Sadhana or safe soil volunteering? What do you think is more important?
Both are really more important.
Which of the 5 rules of inner engineering you find yourself most identified with?
This moment is inevitable, and you are a mother to the earth.
Define your relationship with Sadhguru in one word.
Everything.
Now you are becoming an influencer. If someone provides a solution for only your village, will you still continue your Save Soil journey?
Till now, I'm not an influencer. If I get a chance to be an influencer, definitely I would be, because after being that, my voice will reach to millions. And this ride is not about my village only or my land. It's all about Bundelkhand and the whole country and its whole world. It's about the agriculture sector of this earth. So yeah, I won't stop because it is not limited to my village or land.
Last question. What can be more important than Save Soil?
Akka, I am a human being. Without food, I cannot survive. And food is coming from soil, from healthy soil. So now soil is degrading. So there is nothing which is more important than save soil.
That was wonderful answer, Anna. With this, it's time to wrap up. This podcast was kind of touchy for me, and I hope people will understand how important saving soil is at this point of time, and that we need to support people like Mohit Anna who are coming forward for this great cause. If you want to support Mohit Anna, I'll be sharing the link in the description box along with his number. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Akka.